Is it me you're talking about? Yeah. Well, I was going to take it out because I've been using it for the carp, and then thought I may as well leave it in and use it. It is crazy the amount of stuff. Pike fishing day to day, absolutely. Right, let's scrape the car off when I came out. Good morning, and welcome to back to the diary. Thank you for joining me. And so it's the social today with the boys from the South East Northumberland Pike Anglers Club, and we've come to the country park lake in the hope that we would all be able to fish fairly close to each other and have a social. Unfortunately, best laid plans and all that, there's an awful lot of carp anglers on this weekend, and so we've ended up spread all over the place. So we're having to have a social via WhatsApp, basically. The country park lake is fairly local to us. It's not what you'd call a prolific pike fishery, and it is a pike fishery which historically has gone in cycles. The pike population seems to develop, and the water begins to produce some nice fish, and when I say nice I mean bigger fish, and then all of a sudden they seem to disappear. So it's been like that for 30 odd years that I know, and at the moment it's in the beginnings of a cycle. So the fish tend to be quite small, but on a good day you can get a couple out. So for the purposes of the social, it's pretty near ideal, as well as being near to home. So that's why we're here, that's where we are, as I say, spread out a bit. And as I speak to you now, one fish has been caught, my pal Dave, just round the corner. So I'll be back if anything of any interest happens. Right, tactics, well, 3 rods, all on simple ledger rigs, although I've got all 3 baits popped up because it is pretty weedy, and in order to make the baits as visible as possible I've decided to pop them all up, and 3 baits are small joey mackerel. So fingers crossed. I've just heard the alarms go round the corner, so I don't know whether Dave's got another one. I'll have to go and have a look.
Sort of give the other big treble, the other big single they go on this rig. The bigger hooks and all, like, but it doesn't put them off on it.
No.
That's the big single. Take the photo.
I will.
Hey.
Lying in the back of the boat. It must have fallen out my rucksack. Hello.
Right on rod, wasn't it?
God, I
cocker.
Something there. Yeah, something there. Feels like it's in a lot of weed. Fancy picking the wrong rod up. Oh, come on. Must be weedy as hell out there.
There was a little bit of weed on mine when I brought back.
Still there.
Still there, is it? Eh?
Pull it too hard.
Look in that. You want to do a little bit?
There we go. The first of a new season. Not massive, but very, very welcome. Let's get it back. There she goes. Well, that was amateur hour, wasn't it? It started off with me picking the wrong rod up out of the pod. That's I don't like using rod pods, to be honest. I'd rather have them on separate sticks, but that aside, yeah, I picked the wrong rod up. Fortunately, David happened just to be here when it all kicked off, and he kindly pointed out I was holding the wrong rod. Amateur hour. Anyway, nice fish. I don't know, 5-6 pounds maybe. First fish of a new season, always kind of important, that one. But what I do know, and what's been confirmed certainly, is there's a hell of a lot of weed out there. When I cast out, before I put the first bait on, I just chucked the lead out and I couldn't get a drop at all. It was just like landing on a cushion of weed, so it came as no real surprise. But you've just got to be that bit more careful when you're bringing them back through weed, that you don't end up knocking them off. And as I say, first fish of a new season, a bit important, that one. Anyway, that's one under my belt. Let's see if we can get another. Well, that's us 4 hours in. Scores on the doors, well, David's had 2, which I think you've probably seen. Steve, who's 300 or 400 yards up here, has had 1, and I've had 1. So between, I think there's 8 of us out altogether, we've had 4 fish. So nothing too earth-shattering, I have to say. But on the other hand, I think none of us were terribly confident when we came here about whether we would catch anything at all. So to have had 4, I suppose you've got to look on it as being a positive. So yeah, 4 hours, another 4 hours to go. Let's just see what happens. Just a quick update. We've got 2 hours left to go, and John, who's fishing away round, long way away, has just reported a 12.5 pound fish. Now for this water at the moment, that's a good fish, so he'll be pleased. I should perhaps explain, there is a club trip trophy at stake here. 6 trips between now and March next year. We score points for the fish we catch, and the guy with the most points at the end, perhaps unsurprisingly, gets the trophy. A quick move for one of the rods. We're into the last hour now of the competition. So I just thought I'd move one and see if I could attract some interest. Well, that was it, 4 o'clock, and that's the end of the competitive part of the day. These will be the results coming in. I'll put the points table up so you can see, and that's given you an insight into what Southeast Northumberland lads do on a club trip. As I say, it was earlier on. It was a shame that we were spread out so far, but that was necessity really, with surprising number of carp anglers on over the weekend. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. As I say, just an insight into what we do. The next round of the competition is the 3rd weekend in November, and I think I said earlier we'll be in the Lake District somewhere. Not sure where just yet, but somewhere in the Lake District. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.